Hello, everyone. My name's Evan Jacobs. Welcome to another edition of Boxing Time TV. A major announcement happened this week that Terence Crawford and Errol Spence were going to finally meet on July 29th. So I'm doing that fight now. We'll talk more about why I didn't do it sooner because, we probably all knew that it was going to happen. We just didn't know if it was going to happen when we wanted it to happen and when we want it to happen. And especially right now. So Terence Crawford is 35. Spence is 33. Crawford's 5'8". Spence is 5'9". They're both welterweights, 147, 74 reach for Crawford. And that would be... Actually, wait, hold on. I'm just going to double check that. Yep, 74 reach. And 72 reach for Errol Spence. Hold on one sec. Just double... Yep. And 39 fights, 0 losses for Terence Crawford, 28 fights, 0 losses for Errol Spence. All right, this is a 12-round fight, 3-minute rounds, 10-point must scoring system, no mandatory 8 count, 3 knockdown rule wave. Let's just get to it, folks. This is one of those fights in real life. It's either gonna, be memorable or it's just gonna be they're both southpaws. There's a big chance that this could be a fight that maybe isn't so great. I mean, I don't know. Part of me thinks Crawford just gets it done. Another part of me thinks, hey, why Errol Spence doesn't know how to lose. Why wouldn't he get it done? But one thing it's going to be is 2 high-level guys engaging in high-level stuff. So it should be interesting. And the thing is, Terence Crawford tends to start slow. It's just kind of his thing. He starts slow, gets the information that he needs, and then sort of comes on from there. So will he do that now? We will have to see. Oh, Terence Crawford drops Errol Spence already. Clips him. Whoa, folks. Did not expect that. Crawford, who I also put as a slow starter, gets out ahead of Errol Spence. And he cracks him again. Whoa, folks. Does Terence Crawford have Errol Spence already figured out? What a beginning to this fight. Look at that. Terence Crawford displaying fireworks early here on Boxing Time TV. Wow. Look at that. Terence Crawford still seems like he's on the hunt. Seems to think that Errol Spence is hurt. This has been a huge round for Terence Crawford, who is just tattooing Errol Spence. Errol Spence has to figure something out, folks. It's still early in the fight. Can Errol Spence get it together and begin to get his fight plan going? Because right now, it's all Terence Crawford scoring a hard knockdown early in the fight, folks. Wow, did not expect that. But look, Spence now landing, throwing the shots that he needs to throw, and we're going to see. We are going to see who can put it together in this fight. I did not expect that. (10-7), 10-8, and another 10-8, all for Terence Crawford, folks. He's up by 7 points as we enter the third round. Errol Spence is going to want some get back, and will he find it is the question. Oh, and Crawford now trying to come back into this. Is this going to be a case of he's trying to mount things and Terence and I'm sorry, and Spence trying to come back into this? Is this going to be a case where he's trying to mount things and isn't able to? But now Crawford landing well on Errol Spence, but Terence Crawford going to the I'm sorry, Spence landing good on Crawford. Guys, this is a brawl. This is it's a high level brawl. And if I'm Terence Crawford, I go to the body, I take away the legs of Errol Spence, making it, hard for him to come on late. Spence has got to be very, very smart. He's been clipped. He's tasted the power. Did not expect to see that, folks. And like I was saying, normally I try to do fights that, that's the reason why I didn't do this is I just wanted to wait till it was actually happening. Now it is happening. We've got some other fights that we're going to be doing. Usyk Dubois. Callum Smith, Valdez Navarrete. Ramirez Shimizu. And look at this, folks. High level stuff. Wow. I did not expect this, such early fireworks. And Terence Crawford to come out looking like a destroyer. He normally lets it build up, but 10-9s, 10-9s, all for Terence Crawford, who's continuing to come on, widening the gap. He's up by 10 points. It's a 12-round fight now. Can Errol Spence figure this out? Can he figure out the complex matrix and maze that is Terence Crawford? And I don't think the fight's really going to be like this. But one thing I'll say is Terence Crawford, coming from that Bo Max, Shakur Stevenson camp, you never know, folks. Oh, and hard shots continuing to be landed. But Errol Spence kind of coming in, trying to land, figuring it out. And Crawford getting Spence against the ropes. And in a little bit, we're going to talk about and Crawford landing hard on Spence. Has Spence wobbled? I'm telling you, this is just a surprising state of affairs. Crawford does have to pace himself, though. I mean, I didn't think that we would see this, where it would be the kind of thing that Terence Crawford would just obliterate Errol Spence. Wow. However, if you are asking me, I do think the best fighter currently in the game is neither of these guys, though they're very good. I think the best fighter in the game is Shakur Stevenson, personally. 10-9, 10-8, 10-9. Oh, for Terence Crawford. Once again, folks, you are watching Boxing Time TV. If you like what you're seeing, please like, follow, please please share these links. Please like, comment, and follow. Folks, I don't know. I'm not counting Errol Spence out. I think he is still going to pull something off or do more than what he's done. There's no way he's coming in and is going to get obliterated like this. There's no way. As much as I love this game, and I do. I'm telling you guys, Crawford just has answers. What he's doing is he just has answers. And so far, Spence does not. And Spence, I always thought, took a lot of punches. And I always thought that would catch up to him in some way against a really good fighter. Kind of saw it against Kell Brook, but Brook was faded. Yeah. Oh, and Crawford now kind of coming on a little bit, landing on the ropes. I'm sorry, Spence. Crawford has thrown a lot of punches, folks. And is it going to be Errol Spence's time? Has he figured something out? Has he found a way to sort of use the effective aggressiveness against Terence Crawford? And what we'll do in the next round is we'll talk about the record of Errol Spence as we come into the final second. I still think Crawford won this round, but this has been Errol Spence's best round by far. All right, 10-10, 10-9. 10-9 for Errol Spence. So Crawford, one judge has him having it even, one judge giving it to Crawford, one judge giving it to Spence. This is how I thought we'd see most of this fight. But Errol Spence might be figuring something out here, folks. And here, let's look at his record. Errol Spence, stoppage victory over your Dennis Ugas, stopped him in 10. Victory over Danny Garcia, win 10. Won a split decision over Sean Porter in a fight. I don't know, many people thought they could go either way. Mikey Garcia, victory over Carlos Ocampo in 1. Victory over Lamont Peterson in 7. Victory over Kell Brook in 11. Victory over Chris Algieri in 5. Phil LaGreco. So has a good record, has a good resume. Is certainly someone to be taken seriously. But, that's the thing is so far it's been all Terence Crawford for the most part. Errol Spence had a good last round. It kind of made it even, but he's got to do more. He's got to figure this out. I almost feel like this is Jeff Fenech versus Azuma Nelson. And Azuma Nelson just started fast, landed, got ahead, and it was just so hard for Fenech to catch up. Oh, and Crawford hurting him, and he has Spence. It doesn't look like it's going to take a lot here. What is keeping Spence up? The body attack from Terence Crawford now. Terence Crawford now just pot-shotting. He's got to be careful. Throwing a lot of shots, folks. He has had Errol Spence hurt at various times. Spence having a good fourth. It's kind of being all erased in this round. Wow. Oh, and now Spence coming. Landing. Did Spence find something? Oh, 10-8, 10-9, 10-8, and Spence has a swollen eye, folks. And we're coming into the middle part of the fight now, and it's looking like Errol Spence is starting to wilt. Once again, you are watching Boxing Time TV. If you like what you're seeing, and how can you not? This is high-level stuff. Please like, comment, and follow. Please share these links with your family and friends. I wanted to talk about the record of Terence Crawford, but yeah, it's just one of those things. It's hard. That's the thing though, is that I don't want to count Errol Spence out. I mean, but we're reaching a point where he is behind now by nearly 20. He's behind by 19 points, folks. And it gets harder and harder to make up, and he's not landing in combination. That's what's helping Terence Crawford. He's throwing in combinations, and he's hurting him, and Spence is taking it, and maybe Spence is going to come on later, but just after being dropped and being beaten, battered around the ring, you kind of wonder how possible it is. That's the thing, is these guys have been so good. They've been so dominant. It's almost like you can't believe what you are seeing. Gonna look now at the record of Terence Crawford. His last bout, we all know, he got that victory over David Avanesian. He stopped Sean Porter, stopped Kell Brook. But this was all after. Kell Brook was still a decent fighter when Errol Spence got him. Victory over Amir Khan, Jose Benavidez, Jeff Horn, Julius Ndugu, Felix Diaz, Victor Posol, Hank Lundy, Thomas Delorme, Yuriorkis Gamboa. Gamboa, when Gamboa was really something. Ricky Burns, Alejandro Sanabria, Breedis Prescott. So, yeah, Crawford, give him a lot of credit. He's in there. And also, if you're interested, you can check my looks like Spence got hurt. You can also check my the community page on the Boxing Time TV. We just did a new post. Has up to today's boxing, the fights. Mick Conlon goes down again in defeat in the 5th round to Lopez. And then you have Lee Wood avenging his loss to Mauricio Lara. So yeah, big a cool day in boxing, an enjoyable day. 10-9 for Spence, 10-9, 10-8, all for Crawford. So Crawford is now up by 21 points over Errol Spence. It's a 6-round fight. Can Errol Spence put something together? Can he land in such a way? Can he draw Terence Crawford in? we are gonna have to see, folks. It ain't looking good so far. All right, and right now things kind of slowing down a little bit. Oh, oh, I'm telling you, Crawford landing hard on Spence. I mean, this fight settling in, folks. You know, and then that's the thing is, I mean, I know Spence is good. I know he's cagey. I just, yeah, I don't, yeah, I just, I don't know what happens now, though.
Are you excited about?
All right, 10-8, 10-8, all for Terence Crawford. But now there's a wrinkle. Spence has a swollen eye. Crawford has a bruised rib. Can Spence make that more of a factor in this fight? Can this become a situation like uh, a Davey Hilton situation where and Crawford comes out, wobbles Spence landing. I don't know that it's gonna happen, folks. Crawford's just tattooing him. Seems to know that he's hurt. Seems to want to end this. Oh, look at that. And I'm saying every time it looks like Spence is going to come on, we know that Crawford has a bruised rib. Spence, it's incumbent upon him to try to do that. But every time he tries to, Crawford just tattoos him. And Crawford now up by 27 points, folks. And he's just getting out of the range of Errol Spence. But Spence has been doing something. He obviously hurt him. The question is, can he keep that going? Oh, and look at that. Spence landing hard on Crawford. Oh, and look at that, though. Crawford coming and landing back. We're going to have to see. And that's the thing. If Crawford gets a broken rib, Spence, even though he's taking a shellacking, can pull this off. And Spence, he doesn't know that, though. But then look at that. He is landing now. Could this be a Matthew Hilton situation? That's what I meant to say. Where Hilton, who has beaten Bam Bam Hines for the first round or two from pillar to post, suddenly slowed down and allowed Bam Bam to get back in the fight. And Terence Crawford does not want that to happen. He's put on a masterful performance, but there can be no let up against Errol Spence Jr. I'm going to drink some water, folks. Oh, man. Bruised rib, swollen eye, 10-9, 10-8, 10-8. So now Terence Crawford is up by 32 points, folks. He is just reeling in the numbers. I mean, Spence needs a knockout to win. That is where we're at. Spence is great. He can pull it, and he has a calm demeanor. Doesn't seem nervous in there. Doesn't seem shaken up. He's just looking for the time, trying to maximize the time. Can he make it work for him? I'm glad that I did that post. Wow, folks. What a fight this has been. Oh! Crawford finally felling Errol Spence. And Spence, I think he's going to get up. Tough guy, taking a lot of shots. Or maybe he won't. I think, yeah, look at that. In the ninth, Terence Crawford scoring another knockdown. I'm just saying it's only a matter of time. You have to wonder why Errol Spence's corner let this go on. It's one of those things. He's taking a lot of shots. And Terence Crawford is putting on a masterful performance. And, this is just one of those things, folks. It's one of those fights. Let's see what happens. Oh, and uppercuts. And I'm just telling you, Terence Crawford just having Errol Spence's number, being just out of the range of Spence's punching range. And he did not start slow. He almost looked to be able to end it in the first round. And now it's just a case of Errol Spence just does not have the tools to kind of hang in this kind of fight. And Spence is trying. It's just not enough. Wow, what a ninth round. And can Terence Crawford do it again? He has a bruised rib. Errol Spence has a swollen eye. 10-9, 10-7, 10-7. All for Terence Crawford. Up by 40 points. Spence is hopelessly behind. He's got to go to the body. But the thing is, he doesn't know that Crawford's hurt. He doesn't know. And every time he just seems to be taking, shots and he's not wilting. Oh, but it goes to the body there, folks. You never know. That's the thing about boxing. You never know. It's not over until it's over, folks. Is that what Spence is setting up? I mean, he's got 3 rounds to get it done. He's a great fighter. He can get it done. Will he get it done is the question. Oh, and look at this. Look at this. Terence Crawford pounding on him again. Errol Spence, just heart of a lion. He's just outgunned, folks. And Spence is just wobbled, taking shots, and I mean, they're just trading, and man, I'm telling you, it's just one of those things. It's just it's ultimately that it looks like Crawford can't do the things that he needs to do, and Spence cannot do what he needs to do. But at the same time, Crawford, he's got to be careful. Spence is still dangerous. Crawford does have the hurt rib. He's not fighting like it. We know it. Crawford knows it. Spence does not. Spence just went to the body there, folks. If he has a broken rib, this fight could be stopped at any time. Or Errol Spence's eye could get this stopped too. Bruised rib, swollen eye, 10-9, 10-7, 10-7. Wow. Did not expect it to be a rout like this. Terence Crawford up by 48 points now as we're coming into the final 2 rounds. And still I am thinking in my mind, Errol Spence can turn this around even after all the great work that Terence Crawford's done. I mean, yeah, I don't know that it's possible. Oh, and gets him against the ropes. Uppercut. And right now, Crawford, just landing and Spence. Oh, Crawford. And just, folks, telling you, what a fight this has been. Oh, and he goes to the body, going upstairs. Oh, look at that. Just continues it. Oh. Folks, what is keeping Spence up? I'm telling you, if this was a real fight, they would have stopped this. They would never let Spence take this kind of, shellacking. Oh, once again, you are watching Boxing Time TV. If you like what you've seen, please like, comment, and follow. Please share these links with your family and friends. Boxing Time TV. Check our community section. We do a post every week. Kind of brings you up to speed on what happened that week in boxing. I spend the week compiling it. And then we got the podcast to boot. We try to do a podcast a week. And I'm going to be going away to North Carolina. The podcast will not end. I'm just going to try to get in a lot of podcasts before then. We'll definitely do Usyk Dubois and Better Be of Smith, maybe even Valdez Navarrete, just to give you content to have. Wow. Oh. Crawford just finding a home for that straight right hand. And folks, Spence all night has just not had an answer for the combination punching. And that has been the story of the fight. Terence Crawford's combinations versus Errol Spence's one shot at a time. So they're saying Spence's eye is totally swollen shut. Crawford has a bruised rib. 10-8, 10-8. It's going to be all for Terence. 10-7. Terence Crawford is up by 55 points. And I'm telling you, I would not be surprised if they stopped it. Although I know Spence wants to go the distance, maybe Crawford takes it easy on him, lets it kind of happen. There is a rematch clause, although, based on this simulation, you wouldn't think that there'd be a need for a rematch, but we'll see. Oh, and just punching him into the ropes right there. Errol Spence just hoping to, get the victory and just, Crawford hoping he can just get keep his emphatic victory. This is the kind of fight, I'm not saying it's going to happen. This is the kind of fight that turns a fighter old in one night, and the kind of fighter that can ruin a fight. And I'm telling you, Spence can still, he can still land something. That's one thing about boxing. It can always get turned around. But I just don't know that it's going to happen. And so far, Terence Crawford has shown that it's just not happening. Oh, and just wobbling him. Wow. And it looks like Terence Crawford is going to get his decision over Errol Spence. Unless Spence can land something like that. He did land a good shot there. Maybe he lands a good body shot. Maybe he's setting him. It would be amazing. An improbable comeback. Because literally, Terence Crawford could go to the other side of the ring and do nothing, and he still easily wins this fight. Terence Crawford he fought like the perfect fight. Never allowed Spence to really build any momentum. Made him a one-punch fighter while he ran the numbers on him. And it's just a masterful performance by Terence Crawford against a game, gutsy Errol Spence. All right, let's see. And even Crawford took that round too. Maybe only 10-9, but he took it. We're going to see what the judges... we know what the scores are going to be. Wow. Crawford winner by decision. Here, let's just get the particulars. And the winner is Terence Crawford by unanimous decision. The fight lasted 12 rounds. Crawford was not knocked down and has a bruised rib. Errol Spence was knocked down 2 times and his eyes swollen shut. The final score is 119-102, 120-98, 119-98. Thank you so much for tuning in to Boxing Time TV. If you like what you've seen, please like, comment, and follow. Please share these links with your family and friends. And once again, our motto here at Boxing Time TV is why wait? Watch it now, then watch the real thing when it airs and compare. We'll see you next time.